Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. Hamad Aqil is talking to you. Today's lesson is a writing task. Specifically, it's an argumentative essay. Students were asked to write an argumentative essay about, do schools do enough to stop bullying? The structure of the essay has to be 5 paragraphs. Introduction, as you can see here, introduction, body 1, body 2, body 3, and conclusion. I want you on your own quickly have a look at the student's response for the graphic organizer. This is what he wrote. I'll send the attachment as well. I send the PDF description of the video. As you can see here, that's the introductory paragraph. Body paragraph 1 and 2. Body paragraph 3 and conclusion. Body paragraph 1 should include, as you can see here, should have a hook. First thing is a hook. Next one, in the introduction, must start with a hook, then a background, then a claim, and a thesis statement. Body paragraph 2, it must be talking about the reason why. Reason number 1. Body paragraph 2 is about reason number 2. Body paragraph 3 is the counter claim, the other opinion, counter claim, which is reason number 3, and then refutation, with the refutation here as well. And for the conclusion, the student has to restate the main ideas. Let's see if this student, actually I removed his name for privacy purposes. So let's see whether the students stick to the rubrics or not. Okay. That's the student's answer. Please read it after you stop the video. Have a look at the student's answer. Discuss it with a friend, and then continue the video later. Okay, so we can stop it now and read the essay on your own. Okay. Now I will go to the answer analysis. As you can see here, the student didn't have a hook, because actually this sentence, bullying happens because weak people need to prop up their ego by humiliating others. It's not a suitable hook, because as we said, the hook can be a question, can be a stunning statistic, it can be an anecdote, can be an ayah, a hadith, something that's relevant and general and related to the topic. So since it's here, nothing attractive, so we as teachers, we not consider this one as an attractive hook. But later I'll tell you this when we read the essay. Second sentence is the background. He wrote here, bullying is to humiliate, abuse, fight others. Mostly bullying happens in schools. So this is a suitable hook. So he has a suitable background. So he has a background, but he doesn't have a hook. For the claim, he said, in my perspective, it depends on the school. It depends on the school. Some schools do enough, but others, should be others here. This is the wrong word. Should be other, but other schools should be schools here as well. He should have added an S here. But other schools do not give attention to this significant issue. Bullying does not create scars on the body of the heart, but in the body only, but the heart also. So for the student's claim, it wasn't very clear. He didn't stick to one of the sides. He didn't say whether yes or no. He was in the middle. It was a diplomatic answer, so it's not clear claim. And it also still has mistakes here, but no problem. We do not concentrate on mistakes when it comes to the graphic organizers type. For body paragraph 1, he mentioned one of the reasons which is no strict punishment. The student, when I read the essay, he believes that schools do not do enough to stop bullying. And his first reason was no strict punishment, and that's the evidence, so that's fine. For paragraph 2, for the second reason that supports his opinion, he said no follow-ups. So that reason is also interesting, and that's the list of evidence. And then argumentative. Body paragraph 3. He had an against reason, which is the against his opinion. We call it counter argument. He wrote about monitors because he thinks that schools do enough, and the other opinion or the counter argument would say that schools do not do enough. So he said that schools do enough. Again, the student believes that schools do not do enough to stop bullying. So this is the opinion, and he had two reasons. He had two reasons for this opinion. The first one was no strict punishment, and the second one was no follow-ups. The counter argument is that people would say that no, schools do enough to stop bullying. They are doing their work properly. And their reason is schools have monitors. So the student here talked about the counter argument, and also he refuted this one. He mentioned the refutation here. Why he doesn't think that having monitors is not enough to stop bullying. For the conclusion, he restated his main idea. Type. Now let's go to the core of the lesson here. Let's read it together, word by word, and then analyze the essay. The first point is that here the student didn't write a title here. There was no title at all, so this is a problem. Let's read the introduction. He said, have you been bullied, especially in school? Well, according to Pactor's National Bullying Prevention Center, 1/3 of all school-aged children are allowed each year. That's the first sentence. Have you ever been bullied? This is a very good hook. And there should be a comma here. Here there should be a comma needed. And also 1/3 of all school-aged children. The word third, 1/3, because the subject is one, so the verb should be here. Instead of are, he should put is. 1/3 of all school-aged children is bullied each year. So this is a subject-verb agreement. He has a problem with subject-verb agreement. Each year, each is an adjective. Second sentence, which should be a background, he said, in my perspective, schools do not do enough to stop bullying. Okay, that's a sentence, and it's not a background, so he doesn't have background information. He wrote it in the graphic organizer. He should have added the background here, but maybe he forgot it, but he has it there. For the third sentence, he wrote in the introduction, he wrote, this is mainly because schools do not take strict actions. That's the first reason. This is actually the claim, part of the claim, because do not take strict actions and lack of rechecking. That's the second reason. With a bullied pupil. Here, 2 points. He mentioned 2 points for his opinion, and no counter argument and no refutation mentioned as well. That's in the introduction. Let's go to the body one. Body one should be covering only the first point, which is no, as according to thesis statement, it's no strict actions. He said here, furthermore, he should have started here with another word like first reason or firstly, or like mentioning that this is the first point. So I don't think that furthermore is suitable here. Furthermore, if a pupil gets bullied, the bully does not strict. There is no verb here. So he needs to have a verb needed. He should have said, if a pupil gets bullied, the bully does not receive a strict punishment, for example. Type. Next line, our next sentence. In most schools, the teachers are not allowed to hit a pupil. So, very good punctuation with the fanboy. A comma here. They can only deduct this. I don't think this is a spelling mistake here. It should be deduct spelling their marks. But because most bullies do not care about marks and they keep on bullying. And here is a wrong conjunction. He should have put but, because there is contradiction in the meaning. Next sentence, for example, if a student, that's a good example. If a student is bullied, he reports the bullying. Semicolon. Most schools will just say, he should have used speech marks here, because this is somebody else. This is speaking. These are speaking words, and also conjunction is needed here. Will just deduct their marks. The word thing is not a strong word to give you credit in a test. So he should have said the issue or the main point. The thing the school should do is detention. This proves that most schools do not have strict punishment against bullying. Now the student is linking paragraph 1 to the thesis statement, which is quite brilliant and amazing as well. So overestimation for body 1, the student here has some convention mistakes like the speech marks, the word thing, conjunction, improper use of conjunctions, spelling mistake, and the first linker here, furthermore. So that's in the first paragraph. But the student starts with a topic sentence and then extended the ideas with examples and elaborations, and then link the paragraph to the thesis statement. So it's fine. Let's go to the second paragraph, second body paragraph. Let's start from here. Moreover, schools do not follow up with bullied pupils. That's second point. So this topic sentence, very nice. If a pupil is bullied, he will likely not report to the bully if even he does. There is a run-on sentence here. He should here put a full stop, and also here is a comma splice, because this is he should have said if a pupil is bullied, comma, he will not likely to do this. This is an F sentence, conditional sentence. Schools will punish him, and then the bully might not bully for a period, but then most probably he will bully him again. So he started with the topic sentence and then extended. That's fine. Let's go to the last page. Last page, still one sentence in the second body paragraph. This can be stopped with regular checkups. Okay. So he's also linking here the body paragraph 2 to the thesis statement. Last paragraph in the body, which is the counter argument, he should have been, and he started talking about the other opinion. He said, however, which is quite proper conjunction, some people think a school should be schools here, does. So if you make it schools, should be schools do enough because they make, it makes monitors. This is a wrong word. WW is wrong here. WW is wrong word, so you should have said it selects monitors or has monitors or appoints monitors, and monitors should be plural, not singular. Next sentence. Well, most monitors are bullies themselves. That is the refutation. So he mentioned the other opinion the counter argument, and then he started the refutation here, why he doesn't think that this is not a valid reason for their belief. This like telling a dog to, this is a very good example here. This is, a verb must be here. So a verb is needed here. This is like telling a dog to guard a home, which is pointless. That pointless is an adjective. So last sentence, and in this sentence, this one, the one I underlined now, there is an example of assimilation, because he used the word like or as here. Last sentence in the counter argument. So if monitors are selected properly, not randomly, bullying might be stopped. Again, he's connecting to the thesis statement. Conclusion, no new ideas in the conclusion, mashallah, and he doesn't have any new ideas here. In conclusion, schools can do better, should be plural here. This word should be plural. And he started with a proper conjunction suitable for conclusions. School can do better to prevent bullying, and most people will support them. Special message to bullies: every action has an reaction, and should be has a reaction. This is a wrong article. If you bullied, so what happened? If you bullied, this is a random sentence. There should be a comma here. If you bullied, you did the action, and the mark must be here. Random sentence. No, it should be now. It should be now here. N-O-W, not N-O. Now be ready for the reaction. Overall, this is a good ending as well. So as you can see here, there was proper introduction with a hook, but no background, and a thesis statement is perfect, except for he mentioned both ideas, point 1 and point 2, but he didn't mention the counter claim in the thesis thing. He should have mentioned the counter claim here. That's a problem. For body, paragraph 1 is perfect. He started with a topic sentence and then extended the ideas, elaboration, and then linkers, links the body 1 to the thesis. Body 2 is the second point with elaborations and examples as well. Next page, body 2, perfect. But this is body 3, counter argument, the other opinion, examples as well. So it's fine. Conclusion, that's perfect. These are my own comments. Adjectives, by the way, the adjectives are double underlined in the essay. So if you go over the essay again, you will find some adjectives. I did double underline them. For example, here, you've got the word here, strict, which is repeated more than once. And also, strict here repeated again. Okay, so the adjectives are underlined, double underlined. Second point is here, some adjectives were repeated a lot, as I said. The essay was perfect except for leaving out the title. There wasn't a title, and very few mistakes in conventions. He has some mistakes in conventions and spelling and word choice. So the student could have made it stronger by also adding more real examples. He could have mentioned that one of my students has suffered from bullying, or he should have been clearer by adding examples. For the reasons, according to the rubrics here, this student should receive a full mark. Why? Because he had reasons and examples and evidence. First point here, as you can see. The student here, he used reasons and he provided examples as well and evidence. I can't give him a cross here. It's a counter argument was mentioned, and even refutation was mentioned as well. But he should have mentioned the counter argument in the thesis statement in the end of the introduction body. The number of paragraphs is 5, which is perfect. Also, this is what I told the students to write. Use of transitional words, perfect, except for this body 1 paragraph, the word furthermore, he should have said something else. So also it's not, I can't deduct him for this as well. Regular spaces between words and paragraphs. He used indentation, as you can see here, for 2-finger space, the beginning of each paragraph, even in the previous page. Let's go back and see this. See here, he started with a hook. Before the hook, there is here indentation, and here marks the beginning of the second paragraph. This indentation also marks the beginning of the third paragraph, and so on. So he used indentations, and even he kept spaces regular between paragraphs and between lines. For task achievement, I put on a cross here, so I'd rather I correct the mark here. So because it wasn't so clear, task achievement. Attractive hook was there. Complexity of language as well is fine. Wide range of flexes and language, and accuracy of language. I don't think I can give him also accuracy of language here, so there is a mistake here. He has some mistakes. So let's take this one out and this one out here. So I'd rather take the student to 8/10. Okay, out of 8/10 as a final mark. This is much more suitable for the student. Thank you, and I hope these points will help you study well for the final exams and so on. Thank you.